Hulu, and yes, that one. All right, welcome everybody to Jeffrey Bezos Simulator. Yeah. All right, Jeffrey Bezos. Nothing you say or do will convince you anyone you're not Jeffrey Bezos. Have any closer friends and family? What do? I spend all this fucking money. It's the plate on the left. Alright, pay off student loan. Can't do that. Repair Puerto Rico. Pay for the border wall and then not build it. And personal taxes. Here's what we get into the dicey business of what personal wealth is. And how that translates to taxable income. It usually doesn't, because rich people are master frauds and charlatans who exploit loopholes in tax code. To avoid paying their fair share. I, for one, paid $5 grand on my taxes this year. Jeff Bezos is worth $156 billion, and you're using the top tax bracket of 37%. You're paying out $57.72 billion of that. You'd pay 99%, but then this would be a very short simulator. Alright, end homelessness in the United States. You eliminate homelessness in the US. Every person living in the US now has the guarantee of a roof over their head. This costs you $20 billion, or a trivial 12.8% of your starting net worth. You still have $78 billion. Hire 100,000 new teachers. Cover their salary for the first 4 years of their hire. An interview, Betsy DeVos praises your actions as the free market in action. In response, you lure her off to a remote area in the upper Midwest, promising to show her a designer mansion with 5 different styles of windows. When she gets there, all she finds is an abandoned shack without plumbing and a distinct lack of yachts. Alright. Mark Zuckerberg unfriends you. An architect of the Iraq War is penning an op-ed in a newspaper you do not control, explaining why your actions are consistent with neoliberalism and there is no cause for alarm. Peter Thiel knocks tentatively at your door, asking if there isn't something you'd like to maybe get a coffee and talk about. You ignore him because he's a piece of shit. What else? Alright! Good job decimating a rich man's wealth for us so far. By the way, you've gone from 156 trillion to a mere 880 million in a few clicks of a button. If only you could manufacture guillotines that easily. I'm gonna double every Amazon salary. Let's fund NASA for a year. The Society of Accounts for years. This is a live course. You've already dismantled your private space industry, and once Grimes convinces Elon it's the 420 blatant thing millennial to do, he'll follow suit as well. Boldly going forward because we can't find reverse. That's a good song. Fox News goes unexpectedly off edge, you're citing existential difficulties. Time names you its person of the year, you decline that fair weather bullshit. Double every Amazon's employee's salary. Poverty level to $56,000 a year, which is much closer to the US average. Your employees are able to lead lives with slightly more dignity. While you're at it, you implement progressive policies, getting rid of a time bathroom break, and those hilariously anti-union videos. Cool, what's next? Pay EU taxes. Come on, Jeff! Get him! That's enough to host Eurovision 8 times. Melinda Gates sent a... Well, one of them would be send a yet concerning greeting card. Asking if perhaps you'd like to a little advice on how to spend your money on pause, but in a moderate way. You burn it! Let's abolish the Electoral College. The only thing necessary to abolish the Electoral College is the vote in ratification of 3/4 of the unions of the United States. And politicians are very easy to purchase. An average Senate seat costs $10 million, but you can win over sitting senators for less than that. The House is a trickier position thanks to sheer numbers, but all you really need to do is make the whole thing work is convince the Republicans that abolishing a slavery system and transitioning into a popular vote. Woo! Oh, popular vote, we're totally on the libs. Sorry, not sorry, Hamilton. You spent $2 billion funding 10,000 artists and residents. Each artist receives $50,000 a year up to 4 years, allowing them to pursue creative endeavors unfettered by the oppressive shackles of capitalism. Your lawyers beg you to force the artist to wear a sponsored by Amazon badge on their shirt for every day of their residency. It's the least the artist could do, they argue, in exchange for your generosity. You fire these lawyers and use their retainer fee to fund more artists. Hang on one second. Okay, cool. Yeah, a loud crack fills the room as finally your frantic family members and several bodyguards manage to break down the door to your bedroom. A few of your burlier relatives pin you down and take away your laptop. Please, Uncle Bezos, begs a doe-eyed child who's probably actually not your nibbling. Crumbling gibbly tears falling down their cheeks as you are tied to a chair. You've left us with a mere $17.4 billion. Mother says we'll ever be so destitute if you do not cease your wretched spending. Do Jeff Bezos' extended family speak like Dickens characters? They do here. What do you say to that child? Sit them down and patiently explain why being a billionaire is immoral. Show them Twitter. They'll end up just a socialist, and it'll take less effort on your end. Oh, I do like the Twitter. You show the child Twitter on your own, but tied up as you are, you're left with pointing toward the nearest unattended phone. You give your young relative a list of accounts to follow. Within 30 minutes, they're an expert on both the Communist Manifesto and pro wrestling. My work here is done. Back to spending Jeff Bezos' money. Yes! Finance 100 new indie games. Fix the Flint water crisis. Great. Build 10 new public libraries. That reminds you, bankroll a second season of Monthly Goals. Nayozaki-kun. I don't care for anime. I don't know what that is. Fund, fund animal rescues. Good times roll. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Pay off student loans. No speakers over the age of 40. Wait. You're spending the leftovers organizing a game studies conference, then covering transportation and hotel costs for all speakers. Todd Harper does the opening keynote, and Maddie Bryce oversees the wine tasting session. You and your barista accomplices race through the city's back streets, cannily avoiding police blockades and the Amazon lock locations. Twice you were nearly cut down by weaponized delivery drones, but you managed to dive out of their firing range just in time. The drones record you as killed in action on their online tracking systems, thus buying you a precious few minutes. Huddled behind a dumpster, you find the barista with the lip ring has sustained a deep cut to their arm. Promise to pay the barista's bills? Okay, right. You literally throw money at the problem and take together 10 printer fresh $100 bills end to end, using them as a makeshift bandage around the barista's wounds. They grimace. It's not a great way to address a cut, but it's probably better than nothing, and they appreciate the fact that you're trying at least. Yeah. Alright, so we've dipped in the sewers. Mental comes real heavy. The police catch up to you. You and your 3 barista allies are arrested on the spot. Ooh. Everyone else out of the jail system. The police, catching wise, put your own bail at an unheard of 16. Oh, okay. Pay the bail. No, demand to see a lawyer. Because you're white and wealthy, the law works differently for you. You're granted a phone call to your lawyer. Unfortunately, you don't know the number of Jeff Bezos' lawyer, or even who they are. You recall talking to some lawyers, but you're pretty sure you fired those. You realize that if you're going to do anything on call, it should be something to get rid of as much of your remaining wealth as possible. Yeah, go to Puerto Rico. Alright. After finishing your phone call, you return quietly to your cell. If Bezos' Bay is still trending on Twitter, you're sure someone is raising money for your legal fees right now, but you absolutely refuse to use it. There's nothing more than you can do now. Wait. You wait, there is little to do. You sit and contemplate your admittedly brief existence with Jeff Bezos. The unmeasurable wealth you struggle to spend. The problems that lay outside even your ability to fix. Was it really worth anything to rid the world of one man's billions? Was there really the best you could do? With this thought in your head, you lie down in your hard jail bunk slowly and drift off to sleep. You wake up and you find yourself chained to your bed. Changed in your bed into a monstrous moment. You are Elon Musk. True end. Oh, what the fuck? Credits. Wow! That was a good twine. That was great. That was really, really great. That was very funny. I appreciated that. I liked that. I can't believe this game has been out for several years and I've never played it. I'm gonna save it. The game It draws inspiration from Zoe Quinn's. Ah, that's good. I'm gonna rate this game. I am actually literally gonna rate this game.